Start at the beginning here. Skillet was a side project of other bands. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, side project. And so I historically am incredibly in control of everything. And I'm a real perfectionist, so if things aren't going on, I'm like, man, we got to get this right, you know. And so when the idea of Skillet came, my pastor decided to get me and Ken together. I was like, yeah, let's try it. It'll be a side project. So I was pretty not caring in a lot of things.
Now, you were working at the church at the time, right?
Yes, I think so. I can't remember. Some of those years were a blur, but there was about a year that I was janitoring at the church and going to college. So it was kind of like, yeah, Skillet. I was like, yeah, whatever, let's do it. You know, I mean, I really didn't think it'd be that serious. And about a month after we got together, we got signed, you know, so it was pretty intense. And the reason we called it Skillet is because we were all from different groups, you know. It's kind of like cooking, like all these different styles of music coming together. And
we were equating the band to an omelet.
Yeah.
What part of the omelet would you be?
Eggs.
That's exactly what everyone is saying. That's what I came up with, because the eggs are like the base of the omelet.
Yeah.
Or like John's the only one that's been there the whole time.
I'm the strength of the base of the pillar.
The strength of the base.
That's from him, never mind. That's his name, Uso, which means never. All right, Muad'Dib. You ever seen Dune?
Yes, I've
Awesome.
seen Dune. That's a crazy movie.
All right, go ahead.
Crazy movie. Okay, you've gotten a fair amount of publicity with the song Ripping Me Off as kind of like a reaction to secular and even anti-Christian music. Do you see that as being a future, or something that you'll pursue more as, I don't know, I want to say combating secular music and anti-Christian music, but also do you see moving forward trying to grab a secular audience more than, I mean, you already are quite a bit.
Right,
but
I see what you're saying. I don't see it as a move of combating anything, just because I usually don't write, you know, lyrics like that and stuff.
Yeah.
It was something that was just kind of, it was so spontaneous. But hopefully we're gaining more and more of a mainstream audience. I think it's very small, the mainstream audience that we have at the moment, but I'm hoping that it could grow. You know, that's what we would love to see happen, you know.
And here's one. This is something that I got off the Yahoo message board just a couple of days ago. Skillet Club, which is one of the big message boards. Apparently, a couple of kids y'all were in South Carolina last weekend. I was supposed to be there, but I was there. Anyway, a group of kids, I don't know how many, were going to go to the show, but then their parents didn't let them because, according to this message, their parents thought that all rock music was evil.
All right.
And this is something when I first was telling my coworkers about Skillet, it's like it's a Christian rock band, like Christian rock. How do you react to that, or what do you say to people that can't fathom the idea of Christian rock?
Sure. Well, I mean, it's pretty much mostly Christians that think it, you know, that would think it was weird. Oh, you mean or maybe just people, I see, people that are non-Christians would maybe just think, like, that doesn't make any sense, Christian music, or are you talking about mostly Christians?
Well, both ways. I'm guessing that these kids' parents were Christians.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, I see what
they just couldn't imagine that rock was also giving good lyrics.
I know. Well, I mean, it's a tragedy, but the thing is, not to be, I mean, I don't know their parents, obviously don't know anything about them, but the thing is as Christians, we pretty much, that's what I want to say, we pretty much don't do that. We don't take too many steps to really find out who God is and to understand the Lord very often. And I think one of the things you can see that in is for instance, rock music is from the devil, you know. Because really what happened is that in the 50s when rock music started, it so brought promiscuous sex into the picture, drugs in the picture, that everybody just goes, okay, the rock music is the evil, when really it's not, you know. It was part of a lifestyle. So, I mean, the truth is I think that anybody that kind of has really spent some time reading the Word and understanding who God is would know that music glorifies God, you know. And I mean, if we think there's just going to be one type of music in heaven, I think we're probably wrong, you know. In fact, I imagine there'll be some things we've never heard before, you know, because God, His nature is creative, you know. His very being is creative, and He loves creativity. So, I don't know, we get that every once in a while, but it's a real tragedy, you know, because not just kids, but teenagers are going to listen to music whether their parents let them or not. And if they, really say, no, this is wrong, they're going to buy Marilyn Manson records. It's just going to happen, They're going to get really mad at their parents. And in some senses, rightly so, because it's like, why are you being so religious, And it was a fight with my parents to let me listen to Christian rock music. We fought for years about it, until, and I wasn't asking them to listen to Motley Crue, I was just asking them to listen to Petra, and I would get mad. I'm like, come on, you don't listen to Petra, this is saving metal, and I kind of resented it.
Last one, and this is one we're going to ask all y'all, since, we're Panheads.org. What we have is the only definition of a panhead that we have is one that Ken Stortz gave several years ago when he was still in it. How would you define a panhead?
Oh, man. We need a definition of well, just because somebody like Skillet doesn't make him a panhead. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like just because you're a Christian doesn't mean you're part of the alien youth. It's kind of like that. Let me think here. What is the definition? It'd probably be people that are somehow over the top, Whether that means that people that, driven a long way to see us or whatever, people that bring Skillets to shows. It's something that kind of makes people out of the ordinary. They're like, wow, they really like us. That's kind of how it started. And I think now it's just people that are Skillet fans or Panheads, but still our fans are typically people that don't necessarily love Skillet or people that really like us, It's probably the reason we haven't sold 1 million records. I don't know what it is.
Well, okay, what is it like being a chick drummer? And I know, are there any other in the Christian industry?
I know that there are. I don't know.
Now, you were with Corey before in another band, right?
Yeah, it was called Alchemy.
Right. So what was that? What kind of stuff was that?
A lot more mellower, very keyboard, bass, because that was the main instrument. It was just keyboard, bass, and drums.
Well, okay, since the tour is coming to a close, what has it been like the past 3 months, living with these guys on the road?
Man, we're all ready to go home.
That's what everybody's been telling me, guys. Like two shows left.
Well, it's been a really good tour. This is like my 4th Skillet tour, I think, and it's been the best.
So you did Vessel con Dios. You were on the worship tour before that, right?
Well, I did 2 Invincible tours.
Okay.
The worship tour. I guess if you count
Festival, Festival was just kind of a small thing now.
Yeah. This has been the best, I think.
So what are you doing after the Alien Youth tour?
Personally?
Yeah, just taking some time
home.
off.
Yeah, going home, spend a lot of time with family. And,
okay, and final one, this is one we're asking everybody, since we are Panheads.org. I don't know, have you read the definition of a panhead Ken gave several years ago?
I think I've read it, but I couldn't
how would you define a panhead?
Oh, man.
What is Lori Peters' definition of a panhead?
Let's see. Someone who is freaked out for Skillet, who would drive like 10 hours to come see us, and who has kind of gone through all the changes with the band and still loves the first album as much as the current album, just somebody who loves what we do and loves God and loves our ministry and stuff, so yeah. But you gotta be freaky.